Greetings, greetings, greetings. Shout out to all of you wonderful, amazing deep divers of planet Earth. We are here. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Once again, deep divers. Happy solar eclipse to everyone out there. I hope your day is going good. I hope everyone's day is going good. From the cat down the road and I, deep divers. So let's warm up this show. Let's go.
What's there to hold in the light of this moon? My mind keeps searching, but my heart decides. Thoughts can be cruel, they're not mine to own. The space unravels when you let go. What's yours, it ain't mine. That energy goes today. The feather in the fire will blow it home your way. Moon mother, open your arms. Moon mother, this madness has begun. Moon mother, reach for my heart so I can feel your essence in me. How to unfold when this knot is so tight. Each step is chosen to reveal the light. Days left wondering, am I back here again? The shadow inside waking your soul. What's mine is lost to time. Our home is in the space. The bird who walks the line, just use those wings and rise. Moon mother, open your eyes. Moon mother, this magic's just begun. Moon mother, reach for my heart so I can feel this essence in me. Time to wake up in these rising seas. Days may be out, but the truth is real. Bringing up the vibration. You can feel it in your feet. What's there to hold in the light of this moon? My mind keeps searching, but my heart decides. Thoughts can be cruel, they're not mine to own. The space unravels.
Shout out to Metaphysical Mike. If we knew the how, it wouldn't take any faith. Shout out to you, Mike. Greetings, shout out to all of you amazing, wonderful deep divers. Happy solar eclipse. Like I put out that video, it went crazy. A lot of people watching that video, enjoying that video. And I want to say a shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's diving deep, everyone who's really celebrating this monumental event, because it's a powerful day, deep divers. Don't kid yourself. You know, there's a saying that millionaires study astrology, millionaires How does it go? Millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do. That's right. That's right. Millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do. And the reason why is because we're governed by everything around us. Happy solar eclipse. Right now, deep divers, we're witnessing a total solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse, right? And in this video, we're really going to dive into the importance of a solar eclipse, the hidden meanings of a solar eclipse. Also, what's coming on the planet, because so much is in store. Once again, let me say a big shout out to everyone who joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon for all new exclusive content that will help your ass become your greatest version. Shout out to everyone who's already joined. Make sure you click the link down below. And let me shout out to everyone who's been getting the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart, on Amazon, ralphsmart.com/the book. Also, the book of 1111 Infinite Quotes at ralphsmart.com/the book. And the Good Ass Prana shirts, ralphsmart.com/clothes. So shout out to everyone who's here. Like I said, deep divers, I said, let me just go live, right? Because a lot of people, they always enjoy the nature videos. They always enjoy the nature videos. And it's always a good time to go live, especially on a solar eclipse, realizing that the next one won't be until 2033, March 30th, right? So this is a powerful time. And as you already know, deep divers, there are no accidents. You know, when we talk about the symbolism of a solar eclipse, there's so much symbolism in a solar eclipse. It's unbelievable. So much. And a lot of people think that, you know, the universe just woke up one day and said, okay, let me have a solar eclipse. When you remind yourself that us witnessing something like a solar eclipse is showing us that the universe wants us to pay attention to something. It wants us to realize its amazing grace, its magnificence. And this is what we have to pay attention to. We got to give thanks. Like I always say, it's an amazing time to be alive. You know, I always start off the show with gratitude. Did you say thank you, deep divers? What are you thankful for? Let's remind ourselves that on a day like today with a solar eclipse, we have to start off with gratitude affirmations. We got to ask ourselves, what are we most thankful for? What are you most thankful for? Did you say thank you? Because like I told you, people always say, okay, Ralph, how come you can continue to share videos? And I always tell them, it's because of gratitude. So I want you to know, deep divers, that today is an amazing day just to write down in a gratitude journal all the things that you're grateful for and all the things that you want for yourself. Because you see, the truth is, when you remind yourself gratitude makes you a magnet for miracles, everything changes. Gratitude makes you a magnet for miracles. Everything changes. When I saw the solar eclipse, I said, okay, thank you, universe, for just showing me your divine awesomeness, your divine glory, your divine magnificence. And we have to remind ourselves of this every single day, that this is a sight to see. You know, people go to the movies, they go to the pictures. But what about a solar eclipse? Right? This is surely better than any box office movie. Do you agree, deep divers, or do you agree? Do you agree, deep divers, or do you agree? Right? So let's always take time to say thank you. Let's always take time to show appreciation. You know, you got people in your life right now, deep divers, who you don't say thank you to. And you have to start saying thank you to that person who's been there for you. And that's what I'm doing every single day, right? So with this solar eclipse, I put out that video. It's already gone viral. And it just shows me that, you know, there's something about the sun, the moon, and the stars, which is inside of people, right? It's something which is very primordial, right? It's very primordial. And we have to remind ourselves this is for a reason. Because you see, like the ancients knew, we're governed by everything around us. And this is what you have to remind yourself of every single day. That, you know, in ancient times, they would do rituals with a solar eclipse. I told you that even in ancient China, they called the solar eclipse Shi, which meant dragon eating the sun, right? Which means eat. But people were bowing down to this kind of spectacle. They were realizing that actually, oh my gosh, we're like a tiny speck of dust, a tiny grain of sand, and the universe is putting on a show. The universe is putting on an awesome show right now with the total solar eclipse, right? So I always say it's a wonderful time to be alive. Let's always start off with gratitude. Let's always start off with gratitude. And once again, deep divers, like I always say, shout out to everyone who's been diving deep with infinite waters. Shout out to everyone who's really been raising the frequency. Once again, how you feeling today, deep divers, on this solar eclipse? We're feeling blessed, right? We're feeling blessed. What are we doing? Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That's what we're doing. We're feeling blessed. We're full of gratitude. And like I always say, whenever I do these streams, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Once again, we've got to pay attention. We've got to pay attention. We have to realize that this solar eclipse is reminding us we have to really support people who are doing the work. We have to support the light workers. We have to support the chosen ones. We have to support people who have been putting out that knowledge, that information, that ether, right? The ether, the shit that make your soul burn slow, right? There are people who are dropping bombs, not war bombs, but love bombs of knowledge every single day. There are people who are helping humanity. There are people who are disseminating information that's changing the whole collective consciousness. These are the people we have to say thank you for. We got to say thank you to. We got to say thank you for, right? Because they're a gift to the universe. They're a gift to the universe, right? Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, hit that super chat, hit that tip page, reading every single comment. HV in the house, always supporting the show. Let me give you a round of applause. Right, so we've got to remind ourselves we have to take time, especially on this solar eclipse, to really thank the people who have been sharing with the world, helping humanity evolve on its collective healing journey, because that's what we're in. Symbolically, a total eclipse symbolizes darkness, right? Because a solar eclipse is when the moon passes between the earth and the sun, right? HV, shout out to you. So grateful for you, Ralph. I appreciate you. You are most definitely appreciated. Giving Ralph Smart an avocado, we can use an avocado. You are appreciated. You are appreciated, right? So we've got to remind ourselves that it is symbolic of darkness. And it's symbolic for a reason, because you see, humanity is in a dark time right now. Humanity is going through it right now. I told you, there was an earthquake in Taiwan, 7.5 on the Richter scale. There was an earthquake in New York. Everything I've been telling you was coming is coming, but you don't hear me though. And this ties into even everything that's happening with the solar eclipse. I told you. Hey, we got a 3-3 in the house. Sunflower 7, shout out to you. Coming in on the 3-3 energy. Right? So we are in a powerful time. One of the things I want to talk to you about as well, deep divers, is just really the symbolism of the total eclipse, because you see, it symbolizes rebirth. And we have to take a look at our own lives and say, actually, how are we going through the rebirth? We have to die to be born again. In other words, we must die to our former selves and become new to our true authentic selves. And so many people right now are crashing, they're burning, and they're entering a total state of darkness, just like this eclipse. It's all symbolism. When you remind yourself, a lot of people right now on the planet are experiencing a dark night of the soul. This is also what an eclipse symbolizes. The dark night of the soul is not a bad thing. In fact, you should welcome it, because this is actually how you find yourself. And after the dark night of the soul, the sun will shine again. That's a slow motion. So we have to remind ourselves that with this moon energy, really dealing with the shadow work, really dealing with a lot of suppressed emotions, you have to take a look right now. How many suppressed emotions do you have, right? How many suppressed feelings do you have? What are you hiding, right? You have to take a look at everything you've been suppressing, everything you've been hiding in the closet, because this is the time to start releasing it. Okay, this is the time to start saying, you know what, I don't want to suppress anymore. I don't want to bottle it all up. I don't want to hold it in. I want to let it out, like the cat down the road. Deep divers, are you ready to let it all out? Right? You see, I told you, even everything happening in the matrix mirrors what's happening in the cosmos, right? Everything is getting exposed. Everything is being revealed. Okay, and this is all symbolism, that everything that was done in the dark is coming out into the light. So you have to remind yourself right now, we have to prepare ourselves to realize we can't hide anymore. We can't run anymore. We must do the shadow work. This is what's symbolic of the moon energy, and especially a solar eclipse. It's always reminding us that before the sun can shine again, we must be plunged into pure darkness. Let me repeat that. Before the sun can shine again, we must be plunged into pure darkness. And right now, a lot of people need to heal on the planet. Right now, a lot of people need to do the inner work, the self work, and take a look at themselves, because this is everything the solar eclipse represents. It represents us becoming more introspective. We have to have that reflection time to say, okay, who am I? Who do I want to become? Deep divers, how you feeling today? How you feeling today on this solar eclipse? Can you feel the energy? Or can you feel the energy? Can you feel the energy, or can you feel the energy? Right? I'm not even going in right now. Like I told you, deep divers, turn me up. Charge Ralph Smart up, so I can really dive deep. I came here to give you that good ass energy, deep divers. Happy solar eclipse. Happy solar eclipse. So one of the amazing symbolisms of the solar eclipse is really reminding us that everything is connected. You know, I told you that a day like today with a solar eclipse, hey, we got a Zen avocado. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Brax in the house. Okay, let me read what Brax said. Shout out to you, Brax. Thank you, Mental, for everything you do for us deep divers, sending you blessings and new beginnings, sprinkling good ass energy on the screen. Hey, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. And that's why I'm here for you, deep divers, just to really talk to you on this beautiful solar eclipse, right? So we're in powerful times right now, and you see, we've got to remind ourselves that once again, deep divers, shout out to everyone who's here. Smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. Hit that super chat, leave a question, leave your message, get it displayed. Hit that tip page. Melina saying, hello, Ralph. Do you have some 80s, 90s music to celebrate the solar eclipse? Greetings. Absolutely. Because that's what happens. When you show appreciation, I show appreciation back. There are a lot of people who have been watching Infinite Waters. They never show appreciation, right? So I always listen to the people who are showing gratitude. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 80s. Deep divers, what's up? Deep divers, what's up? Deep divers, I want to know what's been on your mind. I want to know how you're experiencing this solar eclipse. I want to know your questions and comments. Hit that super chat, hit that tip page, and give thanks. Let's go.
What's there to hold in the light of this moon? My mind.
I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. Right? Just giving you a little taste. Just giving you a little taste, deep divers. Happy solar eclipse to everyone who's here. So, you know, the effects of a solar eclipse that's coming are going to be huge because, like I told you, you know, March 25th, something monumental happened. March 25th, something monumental happened. Okay, scientists, geologists, they were all saying how Earth was hit by radiation from a double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in the last 6 years. This is very important, right? So Earth was hit by radiation from a double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm in the last 6 years. And this is the reason why you see earthquakes in Taiwan, earthquakes in New York, crazy stuff happening on the planet. Boats, what happened in Baltimore? Boats just crashing into bridges. What's going on? It's because the geomagnetic grid has been affected. I told you, when you take a look at this solar eclipse, and this is what a lot of people don't know about this, right? A lot of people don't know that Earth is going through a solar maximum. It's an 11-year cycle. It's actually coming to the end, and there are solar flares right now on the sun, which are moving towards Earth. And this is the reason why people are panicking. The reason why is because once that radiation hits Earth, it's going to knock off the whole grid. What they were telling you in Leave the World Behind is exactly what I've been telling you, that you better buckle up, Dorothy. You better prepare yourself because cyber attacks are on the way. Your mobile phone could go off. That's a good thing, deep divers. You need a break from it. Right? You need a break from it. But this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, how you feeling? We just started, deep divers. Miss MM, shout out to you. That 80s song is my favorite Ralph's song. My favorite Ralph Smart song, Go Vegan. Shout out to you. You are appreciated, Miss MM. Shout out to you. Right? Gratitude, deep divers. Gratitude. Right? So, when you remind yourself that there are so many things happening with everything that's happening with the sun. Once again, it has reached the 11th year of the solar maximum cycle, which means that this is when the sun starts to get intense. This is when solar flares go crazy. They're aiming everywhere, right? And you have to remind yourself that Earth is nothing without the sun. Without the sun, there is no life. Without the sun, there is no food. Without the sun, you won't exist. So everything happening up there affects everything happening down here. This is what they knew in the Hermetic principles. As above, so below. Everything happening with this solar eclipse is going to affect everything on Earth. And the effects are going to be long lasting. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, what's up? Happy solar eclipse. Smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. Let me know what's on your mind. And we're having a party, deep divers. We're having a party right now. A lot of people love the 80s. Yellow Rose, shout out to the wonderful Yellow Rose in the house. Yellow Rose, shout out to you. My dog was chilling in the energy of the eclipse. That's amazing. That's beautiful. And it's an amazing time to be alive. You know, I always say anytime you have an eclipse, deep divers, it is a powerful time to just reflect on the life you want to live. Set your affirmations, set your intentions. What do I want for myself? Who am I? Where am I going? This is a time for introspection. Once again, the moon symbolizing the internal. The moon is the feminine energy. It deals with the subconscious mind. You think the solar eclipse is about the sun. It's actually about the moon blocking the sun, reminding you to do the shadow work, right? Reminding you to take a look within, reminding you to focus on yourself, reminding you that you must go within before the sun can shine again. It's all metaphorical. Am I diving too deep, deep divers? What's up? Am I diving too deep, deep divers? What's up? Shout out to everyone who's here. Let me shout out to Everyday Blessing. I love that name. Everyday Blessing. Let me give you a Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
Everyday Blessing. Remember, every day is a blessing, I promise. Hey, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Deep divers, happy solar eclipse. How you feeling today? How's everybody feeling today? How's the energy where you are, deep divers? Did you witness it? I know a lot of people in Texas, a lot of people have already seen it. If you saw it, let me know what it was like. Let me know what you saw. And can you feel the energy, deep divers? Can you feel the energy on the planet? Can you feel the tremendous shifts happening right now? Can you feel the monumental shifts? Deep divers, right? So with this solar eclipse right now, let's dive deep, deep divers. With this solar eclipse, we've got to remind ourselves that once again, it's all symbolism. Before the sun can shine again, it must enter a period of darkness. You know, so many people in their lives, they say, hey, Ralph, I don't want to experience suffering. I don't want a dark night of the soul. This solar eclipse is showing you that before the sun can shine again, it must experience darkness. There is no light without darkness. This is all what we have to take into consideration. There is no light without darkness. And many people, they run away from the dark. You want to run towards the dark. You want to do the shadow work. You want to say, okay, what do I need to learn about myself I've been running away from? There are so many people who are afraid of doing that true work that can really change their entire lives. So the solar eclipse is all about realizing the sun can only shine again once you have completed the shadow work. The sun can only shine again once you have completed the shadow work. You must and you will experience a period of darkness, a dark night of the soul, and you will rise again and shine like the sun. That's an amazing image in my mind right now, deep divers. Lauren White, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone who's here. How you feeling today, deep divers? How you feeling today, deep divers? Right? So I told you that we're in a time where people are realizing there are no accidents. There are no coincidences. I told you that what you're seeing with a solar eclipse is a reminder that the universe is precise science, okay? The universe is precise science and divine mathematics. I don't believe in God. Now you're going to believe in God. You're going to believe in a creator. You're going to believe and realize that whatever name you have for it, there's a higher intelligence at work who coordinates these things in the universe. This is what the solar eclipse is reminding us of divine intelligence, divine mathematics, that actually there's a higher power. There's the Most High who has created all things in existence. We have to humble ourselves. A lot of human believe that actually we are all powerful. The truth is, like Carl Sagan said, we're nothing more than a pale blue dot in the universe. We're a speck of sand, a grain of sand. And this solar eclipse reminds us how tiny we are and how we have to humble ourselves for greater blessings to flow to us. It's an amazing time to be alive right now, especially with so much happening. You know, when I take a look at what this solar eclipse really means, diving into it, I realize that it's a wake-up call for humanity to really do better. It's a wake-up call for humanity to really rise up again. It's going through hard times, dark times, and humanity must really shine like the sun again, because you see, these things don't just happen. Earthquakes in Taiwan, earthquakes in New York. You remember the wildfires in Maui, Acapulco. You think these things are just things that normally happen? No, they're happening because humanity has broken the laws of the Most High. And you're going to see more natural disasters after this solar eclipse. You're going to see all hell break loose all around the world in terms of natural disasters. You heard it here first. Expect more earthquakes, expect more floods, tsunamis, all of that. The reason why is because humanity must get right with Gaia. If it doesn't, all hell is going to break loose. I told you. I'm only here to give you a message. What's up, deep divers? Shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's diving deep. Happy solar eclipse, deep divers. I hope all of you are truly doing your own gratitude meditation, right? Because that's what I'm doing every single day. I'm saying, okay, it's so beautiful to witness everything that's happening on the planet, because everything is in divine order. And this is also what an eclipse represents. It represents divine order. It represents that even though there is chaos on the planet, the universe is still in divine order. Because just imagine if human beings tried to create a solar eclipse, they wouldn't do it. You know why? Because that takes an immense amount of coordination. You know, the earth is communicating with the sun is communicating with the moon. They're like, hey, let's form this beautiful alignment. Do you think humans can do that? Absolutely not. You know why? Because we're too chaotic. We can learn from the universe that actually great wonders that we see can only happen through alignment. Let me repeat that. Great wonders that we see can only happen through alignment and order. And what you're seeing with this eclipse is order. You're seeing how everything in the universe is in a perfect order, divine order, and divine mathematics. So it's a time to celebrate, to say, actually, there is a creator who has created all of these amazing sights to see. And this is just a reminder, a beautiful reminder. I think we got to go 80s, deep divers. What's up, right? Let's go 80s a bit. Shout out to everyone who's here. I want to hear from you, deep divers. How are you experiencing this solar eclipse? What's the energy like where you are? And smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. Right? Shout out to everybody who's here. I said, let me go live, deep divers, because it's a solar eclipse. There's no better time to go live than right now. so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. Right, we just had to raise the frequency a bit. Just giving you a little taste, deep divers, just giving you a little taste. Happy solar eclipse to everyone out there. Like I told you, a lot is happening right now on the planet. And you really want to keep your frequency high. You really want to keep your vibration high. You know, it's not just about the solar eclipse today. It's about the effects that are going to come after. And you have to remind yourself that nothing happens without an effect. And the effects of the eclipse will be long lasting. Because once again, we're going to feel the effects. We're already feeling the effects right now. With the earthquakes, with a lot of people waking up, with animals acting strange. Cat down the road is acting very strange. With mobile phone networks going down. This is all because of everything that's happening with the sun, moon, and earth. Everything is connected. In fact, there was actually a study saying how the tidal waves were actually causing certain earthquakes, right? So what the moon does affects us. The moon actually affects our emotional state. In fact, on a full moon, you'll find a lot of people are more active. Right, a lot of people are very active on a full moon. The energy rises. The tidal waves rise on a full moon. The moon affects the current, the water, which is linked to the subconscious. So you have to remind yourself, pay attention to what's happening up there, because it's going to affect what's happening right here. You know, one of the things we've got to pay attention to is something is crumbling right now. You know, I've said that there's a 5D takeover happening. There's a 5D takeover happening. And what's really going on is that so many people are now able to see through the matrix. This has never happened before in human history like it is now. And this is the reason why everything is getting hot. It's getting hot. Things are reaching boiling point. You're getting solar eclipses, right? You're getting solar flares. Temperatures are rising. It's because of this monumental worldwide awakening. Also, that when you take a look around at the world, you're also seeing a justice. You're also seeing justice prevailing. You're seeing that people who did wicked things are being brought to justice. You're seeing this. Because once again, the solar eclipse is showing us that alignment is the universal law. Everything is in alignment in the universe. If you aren't in alignment, you're going to suffer. And what's happened to a lot of people on this planet, people who have led people out of alignment, now they have to answer for everything they've done. We're seeing this with people in powerful positions in the matrix getting exposed for who they really are. And this is what you're going to see more of. We've also got to remind ourselves right now, we have a lot of things that we have to work on. You know, the solar eclipse is all about rebirth. You know, you got to ask yourself, deep divers, what do I have to die to? Metaphorically speaking, what is it I have to die to? What is it that you have to die to? You know, you can't find your true light unless you face your true darkness. That's a slow motion. That's a slow motion. I said you can't find your true light unless you face your true darkness. And so many people right now have to face everything they've been trying to run away from. We're in a time right now where you got to get right with yourself. That's what this solar eclipse represents. It represents us coming into alignment, just like the earth, the moon, the sun. We have to remind ourselves that we can't go to the next level until we fall into alignment. You know, the eclipse, the earth, the moon, the sun, is actually symbolic of the body, the mind, and the soul. And this is what we have to pay attention to. You know, it's all written. It's all written in the stars, right? The eclipse deals with the sun, the moon, and the earth, right? And that's what we have to focus on. The body, mind, and soul. Also, and this is what someone said in the comment section. I've got to thank the person who put this in the comment section. They're like, hey, Ralph, 3 things that can't be hidden. Someone put it in the chat. What are the 3 things that can't be hidden? And when they said that, I said, okay, I forgot to put that in the video, but that's another slow motion. That's another slow motion. And this is what really the solar eclipse is all about as well, right? What's the 3 things that can't be hidden, deep divers? Because this is this is everything that's happening right now on the planet. This is what we got to focus on, what we got to pay attention to. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep divers, smash that like button if you support the real. Hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video. And happy solar eclipse, deep divers. I said, let me share some good energy with all of you. Let me share some good energy with all of you. Right? Thank you, Marquita White. Right? So, what are the 3 things that can't be hidden, deep divers? Put it in the chat. Thank you. Tyshawn Braxton, the sun, moon, and earth, right? Absolutely. 3 things that can't be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth, right? The sun, the moon, and the truth. Those are the 3 things that can't be hidden. And this ties into the solar eclipse symbolism. Have you noticed, deep divers, everything happening with Jeffrey Epstein, Diddy, all of these things coming out? People are getting exposed. It's all because those are the 3 things that can't be hidden. We don't know if it's true with Diddy. What we do know is that those are the 3 things that you can never hide: the sun, the moon, and the truth. The truth is coming out, and this is what this solar eclipse is showing us. Okay? The truth is coming out. A lot of people have been hiding. A lot of people have been in their lower nature. They've been on demon time, and you're going to have to face your creator. Tynetta Blackman, shout out to you. You are most definitely appreciated. Let me give you a Don DeMarco and a round of applause for being so awesome.
Dom DeMarco.
Okay. Tynetta Blackman, shout out to you. You are most definitely appreciated. So the energy is so intense, it's hard to explain verbally, yet my soul completely understood it all. I looked up and felt that I became one with that energy. I felt that I was part of it, and my soul highly anticipated it. Fantastic. So that's what it's all about. You know, this is a first-hand account of someone who's seen the eclipse. And Tynetta Blackman, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this is what it's all about, because once you see that power, once you see the whole earth become dark, once you see that solar eclipse, once you realize that actually there's a higher creator, a higher force, a higher power, it humbles you. You realize that actually everything in this universe works in divine mathematics, works in divine order. There are no accidents. It's happening for a reason. It's happening for a reason. It's a cycle. And this is what the ancients knew. They knew that everything happens in a cycle. They knew that everything is always about realizing that everything is connected. The sun is connected to the moon, which is connected to the sun. So human beings live in separation. You know, in this world, a lot of human beings say, I don't need anyone. I can do it all by myself. No, you're seeing that a cosmic law, a universal law, is that everything is connected. We're joined to other people who might even be 5,000 miles away. You know, there's something called morphogenetic field. You know, when a butterfly flaps its wings, it's going to trigger events elsewhere. Have you heard of that, deep divers, the morphogenetic resonance theory? And, you know, Rupert Sheldrake talks about that. And it's fascinating that what you do is going to affect everything around you. You know, a lot of people say, what I do doesn't matter. No, what you do matters. The words that you say, how you treat someone. Can you imagine, deep divers, that how you treat someone will stay with them forever? You know, there are people who used to watch my videos from like 2012. They're like, Ralph, gosh, I remember watching your videos. Now I got 2 children. I'm like, that's amazing. So just me back in 2012, is it still influenced that person till today? So when we talk about becoming our greatest version, this solar eclipse is reminding you that you can influence everything around you. Just like the sun and the moon are influencing us, you can also be the sun, be the moon. You can influence people. When they see you, they say, oh my gosh, he's so powerful. He's so powerful. What are they drinking? What are they eating? What's their secret? Right? It's the ripple effect. So you have to remind yourself that you might just say, I'm just one person, but you can influence other people in an amazing way, in a positive way. You can change people's lives, impact people. And this is what this solar eclipse is reminding us of. That actually what's happening all the way up there is influencing us all the way down here. And we have to remind ourselves that it works like that. What happens in the heavens affects everything that happens on earth. That's a slow motion. What happens in the heavens affects everything that happens on earth. You know, one of the biggest things we have to pay attention to is that, like I told you, this is not just about a solar eclipse, which is about rebirth. This is also about preparing yourself for what's coming. Because once again, yes, we got to let love guide us, but storms are brewing. Trust me. I even read an article. They were saying that basically we've had more so-called natural disasters in the last 20 years than they had in the last 200 years combined, right? So just in the last 20 years, we've had more earthquakes, tsunamis, floods. People forget what happened in Turkey. People forget what happened in Maui. People forget what just happened in New York, what happened in Taiwan with the earthquake. People are forgetting real quick, not realizing that this isn't normal. This is happening because, you see, how your energy is also can influence what's happening up there. And this is what a lot of ancients knew. They realized that if there's peace on earth, there's going to be peace everywhere. If there's chaos on earth, you're going to feel the effects everywhere. Comets are going to start landing on earth, all kind of crazy stuff, right? So This is the reason why it's so imperative that you realize that you also influence the weather. Let me repeat that. You also influence the weather. Have you noticed, deep divers, that like anytime there's a lot of heavy energy on the planet, the weather starts to get really crazy? Storms, floods, all kind of craziness, because our mood affects the weather. This is the reason why the Native Americans did the rain dance. They could actually call in the rain. They could do that because you can influence the weather. And if everyone is in a bad mood, everyone having negative energy, what the hell do you think is going to happen with the weather? Of course, there are going to be storms. There are going to be earthquakes. There are going to be all kind of things, because an earthquake is nothing more than releasing energy. And we have to remind ourselves that collectively, what this solar eclipse is reminding us of is to realize we have more power than we think. You know, we are the cells of this massive organism, and the cells make up the organism. So as we change, we also change the actual organism itself. And this is what we have to take into consideration. We're not just a nobody. We make up this thing. We make up this universe. We're actually the building blocks of it. As we change, we now change the entire universe. And this is what this solar eclipse is reminding us of, that if enough people get right with themselves, get right with nature, you are going to have an amazing planet, because the weather is going to change for the better. The birds are going to start to sing again. They're already singing in the heart of nature. Right? There used to be a time when animals would talk to you. James Cameron in the Avatar was telling you, you know, once upon a time, the animals, you could tame an animal and you can ride it. You could ride the dragon. That's all folklore, but it's symbolic to realize that actually once upon a time you could tame wild beasts. In Africa, even till this day, in Kenya, certain places, you know, they can actually be around a tiger and a lion and it won't do anything to them. In India, there are people who can hold cobras. You know, they play the flute to the cobra. There are even yogis who sleep with poisonous snakes and don't get bitten because they're able to communicate with a snake. Most people can't do that. And that's the reason why even the animals don't respect you. It's because we've moved out of our true power. When you move out of your true power, not even the cat down the road is going to respect you. Once we move into our true power, we're going to get respect. We're going to get respect from all the animals. Everything in existence is going to help us. But you see, what's happened, you know, because even when there was an earthquake, I think it was in Turkey or somewhere, before it happened, the birds were flying, right? The animals knew what was coming before it happened. And that's how it always is. And, you know, a lot of people are protected because they get those warning signs from the animals. And you have to remind yourself that all of these animals, they already know what's up. They already know about the solar eclipse. They already know about all of these things. So we have to remind ourselves, we got to tune in. We got to tap in. We got to realize that actually human beings are the only ones who aren't in alignment right now. Let me repeat that. Human beings are the only ones who aren't in alignment right now. And this solar eclipse is reminding us of the cosmic alignment between the sun, the moon, and the earth. Do you think that's an accident? Do you think that's a coincidence that this thing is aligning and there's a cycle to the eclipse, right? The next one is in 2033, March 30th. Everything is showing us that this universe follows divine order. It's divine mathematics. This is inspiring to know that actually, you know, there's a lot of people who say, well, this is all random. No, this shows us nothing is random. Everything is happening for a reason. Do you believe, deep divers, that everything is happening for a reason? Do you believe, deep divers, that everything is happening for a reason? I do. And this shows me. This shows me, one of the other things we have to pay attention to, deep divers, is the films. Because, I talk about Hollywood, I talk about the entertainment industry. Once again, it can be a great way to kind of see great cinematography. I love cinematography. I'm a cinematographer myself. I love all of that. But films aren't just made for your entertainment. Films are made to help you create a reality. So when you have films like Leave the World Behind, in Leave the World Behind, they were showing you that the grid had gone down. A lot of scientists are saying that actually, these solar flares are getting crazy. And what's going to happen, and it's already happening, is that they're interfering with the geomagnetic field on this planet, the electromagnetic field on this planet. Everything on this planet runs on electricity and this magnetic field. Now, the sun's energy is interfering with that, and it's knocking things out of place. That's the reason why in February, AT&T went down. That's the reason why you have to prepare yourself this year for an internet blackout. You've got to prepare yourself for things going down. A lot of people have become so accustomed to their mobile phone, not realizing that it can be taken away from you. This whole thing can go down. And what are you going to do? So with this solar eclipse energy, we've got to remind ourselves that we got to focus on ourselves. We got to get out into nature. We got to have a good connection with nature. That's what this solar eclipse is reminding us of. We got to say, actually, let me tune in. There's no Wi-Fi out here, but I swear there's a better connection, right? There's always, deep divers, a better connection when you can really go to Gaia. When you can go to Gaia, there's always a better connection. So this solar eclipse right now, it's a powerful time to be alive, because we're witnessing something which, the ancients would marvel at. The ancients would say, oh my gosh, this is a solar eclipse. Let me take the day off. How many people took the day off? Most people don't do that anymore, because a lot of people say, so what? So what? I'm going to play Call of Duty. So what? I'm going to go on TikTok. A lot of people have forgotten the true significance of these things. And we've got to remind ourselves that this event, we're going to feel its effects. We're already feeling its effects. Deep divers, how you feeling today? Happy solar eclipse. I said, let me share some good energy with deep divers, right? Already put out a video, gone viral. But I said, let me see what you're saying. I want everyone here to hit that like button if you support the real. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. And when we talk about the solar eclipse, it's really about the moon. It's really about us reminding ourselves that we must do the shadow work. We must do the inner work. We must realize that before the light can shine again, we must experience a period of darkness. And this is uncomfortable. A lot of people don't want that. A lot of people are praying for only the sunshine. Doesn't work like that. Even the sun has to be covered by the moon on certain occasions. And therefore, it doesn't matter how amazing you think your life is. Doesn't matter how happy you think you are. Doesn't matter how great you think your life is. You're going to have to go through a dark period. I've been there. Done that. Got the t-shirt. Right? I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And I'm here to help other people get through it. So you have to remind yourself that even the sun, as glorious as the sun is, it gets blocked. Its light gets blocked. And many times in life, our light can also get blocked. And we have to remind ourselves not to panic, not to look a little bit shaky, baby, right? We have to remind ourselves we can still shine again, but we must go through this brief period of darkness. It may not last long. In fact, it's temporary. It will disappear, but we still must go through it. We must be strong. We must trust ourselves that the sun will shine again. And this is really a life metaphor, that you're going to go through hard times. You're going to go through periods of darkness. You're going to go through times when your whole light is blocked. And you have to still be like the sun to say, you know what? Let me experience this and move on and move forward and then shine again. Because no pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. We can't go through life just full of sunshine. We have to grow with darkness. You know, darkness is not, you know, how does a baby grow? It grows in the triple darkness, which we call the dark matter womb, right? That's how babies go through gestation. 9 months in the womb. They're not growing in the light. They're growing in the dark matter. So people don't realize that actually that's how we get our food. Seeds are sown in the dirt, in the darkness. So darkness, what the alchemists knew, is a tremendous way to really start growing stuff. Really start growing a whole lot of things, right? So anytime you're going through a dark period of your life, make sure you are growing things, right? Make sure you're setting your intentions. Make sure you're setting your wishes for what you want for your life. This is what this solar eclipse is all about. You know, we've got to remind ourselves, deep divers, that we're in a powerful time right now. We're truly in a powerful time, simply because I can feel that there's something on the horizon which is really gonna show you that actually the awakening is mainstream, and it is mainstream, but you're gonna see it even more. And it's because there's a whole shift with people saying, actually, I want a better life. There's more to life. I want to enjoy my life. And this is what you're seeing right now on the planet. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see that right now, so many people are choosing to let their light shine again. So many people, they're choosing to go through the metamorphosis. Darkness is actually a friend. You know, you've been told in this society that you should be afraid of the dark. How come the sun isn't afraid of the dark? What does the sun do? It just stands there, right? Majestically, saying, okay, darkness, come. It's not afraid. The sun has to do the shadow work, right? The sun has to do the shadow work, because you have to remind yourself that the moon is a representation of the feminine energy. The sun is a masculine energy. So when you remind yourself, as the moon is passing between the earth and the sun, symbolically, the moon is giving the shadow work to the sun to say, hey sun, you got to do the shadow work, right? And it's a perfect balance. So, you know, it's showing us that even if you are someone who is always shining, you're always full of great energy, you're also going to have to do the shadow work. You know, Will Smith, shout out to Will Smith. I'm like, okay, Will Smith is like the most positive person I know, right? He's always smiling. He's always got a great energy. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all of that stuff. But he had his moment, right? At the Oscars. So it doesn't matter if you say, hey, I'm the most positive person in the world. You're also going to have to go through the dark night of the soul. And everyone is going to have their own solar eclipse. Everyone is going to have a period of darkness where they can actually reflect, because that's what a solar eclipse represents. It's a time for us to really look within, a time for introspection, a time to really say, you know what, let me see if I am who I say let me see if I am who I say I am. There are so many people, once again, they just show you one side of themselves on social media. My life is so perfect, right? But they too are going to have to go through the dark night of the soul. Deep divers, smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, share the video. Let me shout out to Michael. Let me shout out to everyone who's hit that super chat and supported Infinite Waters with gratitude. Michael Clementi, let me shout out to you.
Dom the Monko.
Michael Clementi, thank you. Glad to be here in the live and together for the upcoming solar eclipse, turning 33 on 30th, Ralph. Congratulations. Happy Earth Day, Michael. Fun question for you. Do you think Kumbaya is a mantra, or is it just a song for the campfire? That's a great question. Well, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, it's a mantra. And once again, all of these songs can be truly powerful for inner healing if you say it with the right intention, the right conviction, and you are in that frequency. Absolutely. We've got to remind ourselves that all of these songs, even church songs, whatever, gospel music, extremely powerful, extremely powerful. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But when I listen to gospel music, I can really feel the Holy Ghost. I can really feel the cat down the road. Deep divers, happy solar eclipse, right? It's a powerful time to be alive on the planet. One thing we have to remind ourselves that total darkness. I was reading a Forbes article. It said total darkness, right? And a lot of people, even in ancient times, they kind of equated a total solar eclipse with a state of total darkness. A lot of people, they were baffled. A lot of ancients, your ancestors, they were thinking, what does this really represent? What's the meaning of it? And it's amazing because, once again, like I said, in China, they had the word Shi, which means dragon, eating the sun, right? Eat, right? That's the word in Chinese. Shi means eat. So they thought in the mythology a dragon was eating the sun. All around the world, everyone had a different interpretation. Many cultures actually viewed it as something extremely positive because it was almost as if the sun was dying, then it was being resurrected. In other words, we were getting a new light. And on this day, we want to really welcome in a new us, a new light, a new you. What did Nina Simone say? It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new me, right? You want to have a new dawn, a new day, a new you. And this is what the solar eclipse is really about. Maria Richards, shout out to you. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. And shout out to everyone who's here, right? Deep divers, smash that like button right now if you support the real. Smash that like button right now if you support the real, deep divers. Right? So we are in truly powerful times right now. One of the biggest things that we have to pay attention to is to really realize that right now on the planet, a lot of secrets are being revealed. Humanity won't be kept in the dark for too much longer. Humanity will not be kept in the dark for too much longer, because this is the age of truth. This is the year of truth. Like Cat Williams said, shout out to Cat Williams, right? Went on the Shannon Sharp podcast, said, this is the age of truth. And you're going to see this, especially with this solar eclipse energy hitting the planet. Oh my gosh, it's going to intensify. It's off for everyone who's been straying away from the Most High, everyone who's been living and deceiving people, manipulating people. Everything is getting exposed. This is what's happening right now with the effects of the solar eclipse. It's an amazing time to be alive. You know, one of the biggest things I've been seeing is just the shift collectively, that so many people right now are ready for a new light. They're ready for a new earth, and they're ready for a new them. And like I always tell you, deep divers, before the light can shine again, and this is what the eclipse means, before the light can shine again, you must face your greatest darkness. To face your greatest light, you must face your greatest darkness. So just imagine in your own personal journey, your own life, what is it that you want to do right now in your life? What if I told you that fear, your greatest fear, holds your biggest potential, and everything that you want can only come to you when you face your fear, which is the darkness. Not run away from it, but actually face it. Actually do the shadow work. And this is what this moon energy represents. It represents us doing this shadow work, because it's a ritual. It's a shadow work ritual right now happening with the solar eclipse. The sun is doing its own shadow work. The sun is experiencing a dark night of the soul. Who would have thought the marvelous sun, which is always shining, has to be blocked out, has to get outshined? They said don't outshine the master. Well, the moon is doing it right now, and the sun has to take a back seat, right? And sometimes in life you have to take a back seat. Sometimes in life you've got to realize that there's a time for the sun to shine, and then a time for you to go in the cave. And a lot of people have to go into the cave right now, and they got to come out a master. They got to go into the wilderness right now, and they got to come out a master. I had to do that. You're going to have to do that if you want to go to the next level. The solar eclipse is about rebirth, because the sun, and the story of the eclipse, solar eclipse, is that the sun rises again. Okay? And this is only because the sun is a true master, willing to embrace the shadow, not fazed by it, welcoming it with both hands. And now it passes. And now the sun is even going to shine even brighter, stronger, more powerful. Now, are you willing to do that kind of work? Are you willing just to stand in front of a shadow, stand in front of a dark night of the soul, unfazed? Or are you going to be crushed by it? You know, if a solar eclipse happened to a lot of people, they wouldn't be like the sun. They wouldn't come out of the other side shining. They'll be eclipsed, and that's it. There would be no, okay, the sun shines again. So we've got to learn from this whole example of a solar eclipse that look how the sun handles it. It comes out the other side shining, doing the shadow work. And sometimes in life, when you're met with all kind of problems, are you going to be blacked out, or are you going to allow yourself for the light to shine again? We've all been down and out. Are you going to allow yourself to get up again? We've all been knocked down. Are you going to allow yourself to rise again? This is really symbolic meaning of this total solar eclipse. We're in a powerful time right now, monumental time right now. And, I wanted to tell you all a happy solar eclipse, and to really realize that make sure you're in alignment, especially today. Make this the first day of the rest of your life. Make sure you're in alignment. Make sure you're realizing the solar eclipse is a cosmic alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth. It is not an accident. It is a universal principle that great things can only happen when you are in alignment. And a lot of people, they might tell you that, well, nothing great has happened on the planet yet. And that's because people have to get into alignment. Once you start getting into alignment, life becomes better. You start dancing with fire. You literally start dancing with the elements of nature itself. Once again, the darkness, the fire, a lot of people are afraid of fire, right? Holding it, touching it. You got a woman here dancing with the fire. She's doing the shadow work, right? So you got to remind yourself that we're in a powerful time right now. One of the things that you often see is that when they report on like a solar eclipse, like Fox News and all of these people, they don't really tell you about the true symbolism of it. They just say, hey, look at the solar eclipse. They don't tell you what work you can do on this powerful day. They don't tell you to set a meditation, do a meditation and a little samba, baby. They don't tell you to say an affirmation. They don't tell you what you can really do. And you know why? Why? Because if you knew, deep divers, you won't be the same tomorrow. So you can watch it, you can observe it, or you can actually perform a ritual. And if you perform a ritual, set an intention, visualize where you want to be in the next few months, it's going to manifest. Because this is a perfect day and a perfect time for your manifestation to become a reality. I said it's a perfect day and a perfect time for your manifestation to become a reality. Perform a ritual today. I say a little prayer for you. You better say a little prayer for yourself, deep divers. What do you want for yourself? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to meet? What's your life like? What do you want your life to be? Do you want to move out of that shoddy ass neighborhood? Do you want to do better for yourself? This is a great day to do it on a solar eclipse. Because it's literally doing the internal work that we need to do for the resurrection of who we truly are. Am I taking you to church, deep divers, or am I taking you to church? I just came here to just to say what's up with you, deep divers. That's all. I just came here just to say what's up with you, deep divers. That's all. Let's raise the frequency. I want everyone to hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. And raise the frequency. Let me play this. And let's raise the frequency.
Jette déjà
deep divers, powerful music. We had to hold that meditation for this solar eclipse. Like I always tell you, powerful time right now on the planet. And, keep your frequency high, keep your vibration high, and also remind yourself it's a powerful day to set an intention. It's a powerful day to say an affirmation. And it's a powerful day to hold true your manifestations. Because the truth is, deep divers, the world is going to be in for a bumpy ride. If you're not in alignment, it's over. And a lot of people have a lot of work to do. And we all have to realize that we've all got work to do. We've got to take the sun, the moon, and the earth as an example to say, hey, even they follow an order. What makes you think you don't have to follow one? What makes you think you can be disorganized, unruly, without consequences? Let me shout out to HV in the house. Shout out to you. You are appreciated. Shout out to everyone who's giving thanks. Like I always tell you, deep divers, I always appreciate deep divers who are hitting that super chat, saying thank you. Because once again, you can buy the cat down the road a meal. Let me first shout out to HV. HV, I saw you. Let me shout out to HV first and foremost. HV in the house, you are appreciated. HV, right? Thanks, Ralph. That's my fave classical song. I love you. You have changed my life in your videos. Helped me during my ayahuasca integration. Hey, you are appreciated. HV, you are most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. Bruno Lima, shout out to you. Grateful. You are appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Dimensional Veil in the house. Shout out to you. Let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome. Dimensional Veil. Hi, Ralph. Sending positive vibes from Niagara on the lake. It felt spiritual, and I am grateful to catch this live at this exact solar eclipse moment of a day, sending high vibrations your way. Hey, you are appreciated. It's a solar eclipse. I'm sending you tons of solar eclipse blessings, and I'm sending everyone who is here tons of solar eclipse blessings today and always. Smash that like button, deep divers, if you support the real. Smash that like button, deep divers, if you support the real. Share the video. So we're in powerful times right now. You have to also remind yourself that there are a lot of people who don't realize that a lot of what this solar eclipse represents is everything that's happening on the planet. You're seeing an exchange of power. And this is happening, it's been happening. But there's literally the first will be last and the last will be first. And this is what you're seeing even on the planet right now. You're seeing all of this happen, and it's going to happen in the next few years, and this year you're going to see some of it happen as well. We're leading up to a point where the truth is going to be out there for everybody, because three things that can never be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And this is what the solar eclipse also represents. Three things that can never be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Let me shout out to the wonderful Evander, you are appreciated.
Dom DeMarco.
Thank you so much, Evander. I appreciate that. Guten Tag, right? Shout out to Germany. Okay, sending beautiful energy straight out of Germany. You are appreciated. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. We're global deep divers, I told you. And this is what we have to remind ourselves of right now. It's about unity. When I take a look at a solar eclipse, I realize that actually it really is about unity. It's about realizing that nobody is an island. We find our true power not when we're disconnected, but actually when we're connected to like minds on the planet. With everything that's coming on the planet, once again, I told you, geologists and scientists have said that March 25th, around that time, Earth was hit by radiation from a double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in the last 6 years. Let me repeat that. Earth was hit by radiation from a double X-class solar flare, triggering the most powerful geomagnetic storm we've seen in the last 6 years. All of these things are happening. Why do you think boats in Baltimore are crashing into bridges? This has never ever happened before. Do you know how many boats pass through that port every single day in Baltimore? How come that happened? It's because something is going on and it's affecting the GPS, the magnetic field, everything. And we have to prepare ourselves because you see, everything runs on electricity. Everything, your devices, your mobile phone, your smart home, your smart house, even your smart car, everything runs on this grid. If it's down, forget about it. You're gonna have to walk home. That's a good thing. If your mobile phone goes out, that's also a good thing, right? But you have to also realize that these solar flares are intensifying simply because there's a cycle of the sun. And a lot of scientists know about this. It's called the solar maximum. And Earth is at the last year of this cycle before it starts a new one. And anytime it's a last year, it begins to emit these solar flares. It becomes very fiery. And this sends radiation to planet Earth, and really it's going to interfere with our geomagnetic field, also our electromagnetic field. And this is the reason why in February AT&T network went down, and you're going to start to see more of that this year, that a lot of the electrics are going to go down, and you got to prepare yourself to say, you know what, right now all I need is nature, baby. That's all I need. Poetic Soul, shout out to you. You are appreciated. Shout out to you, Poetic Soul. Let me read your comment just to show my appreciation. Poetic Soul 121. Much gratitude, Ralph. Peace and love. You are greatly appreciated. I appreciate you too. I appreciate everybody. Truth be told, deep divers, I'm truly grateful just to be here on this solar eclipse, because once again, I made a video in 2015. And that was a solar eclipse, right? The next solar eclipse won't be until 2033, March 30th. So while it's here, we better enjoy it. We better enjoy this energy that's hitting the planet. Once again, millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do, right? For a reason. Most powerful people on this planet, they study astrology. They want to know what's happening with the sun, what's happening with the moon, because it affects everything that's happening on this planet. Don't think that the moon ain't going to affect you. Don't think what the sun is doing isn't going to affect you. It governs everything. You've been around on a beautiful summer's day. How do you feel? You feel fantastic. Look 10 years younger, doing a little summer, baby. When the sun disappears, now you feel sad, you feel depressed. There's something called seasonal affective disorder. When the sun is not around, people become anxious. They got anxiety, depression. When the sun is out there, people feel better. And it's all because everything with the sun and the moon affects everyone on this planet. So this solar eclipse is really showing us that, we're just in awe of the show they're putting on. You know, they are the real actors, right? They are the real blockbuster. That's the real blockbuster movie. You know, the sun and the moon actually deserve the Oscars, right? Because they deserve a standing ovation. Everyone around the planet is like, oh my gosh, it's a solar eclipse. Forget about the Hollywood A-listers. Nobody cares, right? When it's a solar eclipse, we celebrate the real stars, which is the sun, the moon. Oh my gosh, that was a slow motion. Deep divers, what's up? How you feeling today? Smash that like button, deep divers, if you support the real. Smash that like button, deep divers, if you support the real. What's up? What's up? Okay. Let me shout out to Raphael. Raphael is saying, come to Brazil. I'm coming to Brazil, baby. Cheers from Brazil to you and the cat down the road. Muito obrigado. I'm coming back to Brazil. I went to Brazil a few times. I'll be back. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Valeu. Okay. Shout out to everyone who's here. Everyone who's diving deep. M11V, you are M11W. Shout out to you. You are appreciated. Just randomly clicked on your YouTube and a solar eclipse live. Had no clue. Must be a sign from the universe. Infinite blessings, Ralph. Hey. That's what it's about, you know, and a lot of people may not know it's a solar eclipse, right? And they may not know the true significance of this monumental event. But now people are realizing that actually something special is happening. Once again, you may not feel the effects right now, but you will in the next few months, because everything is happening for a reason. Shout out to you. You are appreciated. Deep divers, smash that like button right now if you support the real. Let's get this into the algorithm. Smash that like button right now if you support the real. Let me shout out to D. Nature and Art, you are appreciated. Shout out to you. Thanks, Ralph, for uniting the tribe. Hey, you are appreciated. Giving Ralph Smart an avocado because we ain't even had breakfast yet. I appreciate you. You are appreciated. Happy solar eclipse. I'm sending you tons of good ass solar eclipse energy today. Michael Clementi, shout out to you. I appreciate you. Okay. What are your thoughts about the Arcturians? I've been seeing them on YouTube and Facebook. Have you interacted with the Arcturians? And how do they play a role with humanity and the upcoming eclipse? Let me shout out to you first and foremost. Okay, so what are your thoughts about the Arcturians? I've been seeing them on YouTube and Facebook. Have you interacted with the Arcturians, and how do they play a role with humanity and the upcoming eclipse? You got to remind yourself that there's levels to this, and there are other beings who are on this planet who are far more advanced than human beings, and Arcturians are one of them. And you know, many people realize themselves as moving beyond just the default human being. And when you remind yourself that it's not just Arcturians, it's so many other beings on this planet who really have done tremendous work on themselves, and they've risen past just a mere human being into a god body. And once again, these kinds of people, they're just in awe of the solar eclipse, like we all are. And we all have this power to realize that actually we can also influence other people around us. You know, we can actually aim to be the sun energy. People sometimes they say, gosh, Ralph, you're like the sun. You don't stop shining. Oh my gosh, thanks so much, Deep Dives. People say, Ralph, you're like the sun. You don't stop shining. Right. And that's what I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be like the sun. People say, who's your role model, Ralph? I say the sun, because the sun doesn't stop shining. It's always shining. And in life, you got to remind yourself there's a consistency with the sun energy. It's always shining. And you got to make sure you're always shining in your own daily life, right? You got to make sure you're always shining in your own daily life. Let me shout out to Rainbow Warriors Rising in the house. You are most definitely appreciated. Let me give you a round of applause of appreciation.
Dom DeMarco.
Rainbow Warriors Rising, shout out to you. God bless you, Brother Ralph, and all the Christ light bearers of Mother Earth. My hands up to each of you who have and are doing the inner work and breaking free and bringing heaven on earth. Shout out to you. And that's what we're here to do. You know, we've got to remind ourselves that that's what we're here to do. Bring heaven on earth. I like that. Bring heaven on earth. Absolutely. You know, once again, when we talk of this solar eclipse, which is such a monumental, once in a lifetime experience to witness and to be alive in, it's symbolic. You know, there are so much things you have to pay attention to. Is showing us that actually even the sun, as beautiful as the sun is, it must experience a period of darkness. And each and every one of us must go through what we call a dark night of the soul. And we must also remind ourselves that it's going to pass. You know, anytime you're going through a period of darkness, don't think that it's going to eat you. Because once again, in ancient China, they said the eclipse was she, which means eat. They referred it in the mythology to like a dragon consuming the sun. And sometimes our light gets consumed. Sometimes you're feeling amazing, everything is fantastic, you're like the sun, and then all of a sudden you get blocked by a moon energy. You get blocked and your light no longer shines. And you have to not allow yourself to be consumed by it. You got to rise again. And that's what this solar eclipse is really reminding us of, that the sun is one of the greatest alchemists ever. You know, the sun is willing to do the shadow work, what we all have to do. It doesn't matter who you are, you're going to have to face yourself. You're going to have to do the shadow work, the inner work, and shine again. No one is exempt. Let me shout out to everyone who's here. Battle for life in the house. You are appreciated.
Dom DeMarco.
Battle for life. Love your work, Ralph. Beautiful day to be alive. As the world changes in this universe, we change with it for the better. Woo! I like that. Absolutely. As the world changes in the universe, we change with it for the better. Let's change with it for the better. Let's put that energy out there. Let's put that energy out there. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We got to remind ourselves that it's all connected. It's all connected. And everything happening in the heavens is going to affect what's happening on earth. This is the reason why a lot of people are really excited for this eclipse, because they know that a new energy, a new light is coming to the planet. This is what this solar eclipse is symbolic of. We can actually create the new earth right now. If enough people wake up and pull their head out of their asses and say, you know what? Let's come together. Let's put love first. Let's put aside our differences and strive for the truth, because the truth is the light. And the light is the way. So what this solar eclipse is showing us, that we must now welcome in the truth. You know, for a long time, and this is why people like Cat Williams said, we're entering the age of truth, because we are, you know, the truth is about to come into the room again. It's about to remind us every single day that is coming, right? So we've got to remind ourselves that we have to bring in the truth again. Wherever you go, make sure you're speaking your truth. Wherever you are, make sure you're not biting your tongue. We're in a time right now with this solar eclipse energy hitting the planet that celebrities can't hide any longer. You know, because like I told you, a lot of people, when push comes to shove, they're as quiet as a church mouse. Now, it's the age of truth. There are people with 100 million followers, 200 million followers. What are they telling humanity? A lot of these people aren't telling humanity anything. It's over for them. Because the truth has come inside of the room. The truth has come inside of the party. The truth has disturbed the peace to say, you know what? We're about to spread this truth right now. And this is the reason why you're seeing that a lot of people are being drawn to the truth. Once upon a time, people were drawn to the lies. They were drawn to the deception. Now people realize the truth will set you free. And this is the reason why people are ready for it. And once again, 3 things that can't be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. This is all symbolic with the solar eclipse, that you're going to have to pay attention to the sun, which we are, and the moon, which we are, and the truth, which we are. Shout out to everyone who's here. Deep Divers, smash that like button, share the video. Smash that like button, Deep Divers, share the video. And, you know, I put out a video. It already went viral. So that just let me know that so many people are ready for this new energy. Studio H in the house. Shout out to you. Let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome. Always supporting the show. You are most definitely appreciated. You are most definitely appreciated, Studio H. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you for going live. What would happen to the negative alignment when the truth are fully coming out, when the truth is fully coming out to the mainstream? So much appreciation and love. That's a great question. Well, you got to remind yourself that when the truth is fully coming out, you can no longer run. You can no longer hide. It's up for everybody who's been doing bad things behind the scenes. And you're seeing it even in the Matrix. People's homes getting raided, all kind of things happening. Because we're in the day of reckoning. The chickens are coming home to roost. We're in the day where the scales are being balanced once again and justice is being restored. So people are no longer believing these people like they used to believe them. The illusions are coming to an abrupt end. For everybody who's been living in that illusion is coming to an end. They're going to have to wake up, smell the coffee, and do some cartwheels. Deep Divers, smash that like button. Deep Divers, share the video. Smash that like button. Deep Divers, share the video. Happy solar eclipse. What are we doing? Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Black Lotus, shout out to you. I feel the energy shift. It's a deeper reflection with a stronger conviction. Grateful to be alive today. Woo! I like that. I feel the energy shift. It's a deeper reflection with a stronger conviction. Woo! Is that some poetry you're doing for Infinite Waters right now? That can actually be a spoken word right now. I feel the energy shift. It's a deeper reflection with a stronger conviction. Grateful to be alive today. You're going to win first prize. Right? Absolutely. And this is what this solar eclipse is really about. It is about a deeper reflection. It's about greater introspection. It's about realizing that we all have to pay attention to our emotions, pay attention to our thoughts, to our feelings. You know, this trinity which is happening right now on the planet, between the earth, sun, and moon. It's the same trinity that we must create within ourselves. And we do this by making sure our words, thoughts, and actions are matching. And that's tough to do. But once you can come into alignment, manifestation happens. And this is what we all have to remind ourselves of right now. Deep Divers, how you feeling? Shout out to everyone who's here. Let's raise the frequency. We played some classical before. What else have we got? We are stars. Do you agree, Deep Divers? We are stars. Smash that like button if you support the real. Smash that like button, Deep Divers, if you support the real. We're going to play Forever Stars by Ralph Smart. Let's go.
Stars out there, you know who you are. This is dedicated to you, all to you.
We are
What?
forever stars. We come and go. Tomorrow's old.
Yes.
Forever stars.
Woo. I like the sound of this one.
Stars.
Talk to me.
And I know we can be so much more than what we are. We can be so much more than how we live. We all came here for a reason of difference, to experience our lives in mysterious circumstances. Where we find ourselves is where we chose to be, forever changing. That's how it's supposed to be. And we are forever stars. Of course we are. We shine and glow, illuminate the sky without getting old. Stars shining brightly now. Shine on,
Oh,
shine on.
sing it for me now. Come on.
We are
Yes.
forever stars.
Forever stars.
We come and go.
Don't raise your head down, raise your head up.
Tomorrow's old.
You can start now. Start looking up at the sky. Yes, that's better.
Forever stars.
That's what we came here to do.
We are
What we came here to do is just
forever
manifest
stars.
greatness,
We come
abundance,
and go.
joy in our
Tomorrow's
hearts.
old.
We're not crying on this one. We're not sad or anything like that. We're just celebrating.
Forever
That's what we're made of. We're made of
stars.
stars. Sing with me. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Whether we like it or not,
Times move fast, seasons change.
it doesn't seem to stop. Dancing in the wind with our eyes closed, enjoying the music that's being played. We move throughout the
I manifest dreams. I was born in the womb of those infinite waters. I look up at the sky, I see greatness. You take away the stars, can you replace them? Don't destroy what you can't build. Most of us, we live to become ill. Will you wake up, smell the coffee? We got a lot of work to do. We all got the tools we need. Should we ever decide to heal our hearts and minds, to see what we are inside, you will always find
the star. Star. Star.
we all came here to experience whatever we need to. We're all on a different journey, a different path, but we all are together in this. So that's why we sing, and that's why we
Forever
move around
stars.
like stars in the
We come
universe.
and go.
We're just here for a short moment,
Tomorrow's
but we
old.
are forever changing
Forever
form. We don't die, we just multiply, and we are invisible. At the same time, we can be seen. I'm just rambling again. I let the guitar play out on this one. Woo!
Oh, Deep Divers, we're just so musical right now, right? Shout out to all of you. 5D abundance, shout out to you. Tons of appreciation and respect, mentor, gratitude. Absolutely. Like I say, deep divers, I put out a video on the solar eclipse a few hours ago. It's already gone viral. So I said, okay, let me go live. Let me talk to deep divers in live time. And I want to thank all of you who've been here, all of you who've joined here, all of you who are really supporting Infinite Waters and also enjoying this solar eclipse energy. Once again, it's not over. This solar eclipse, once it happens, the effects are long lasting. And prepare yourself for what's coming on the planet. We've talked about it, right? And, you know, we're in a phenomenal time. We're also in a time where you want to be ready for what's coming. Deep divers, I want everyone who's on this stream to hit that like button if you support the real. Hit that like button if you support the real, deep divers. And I want to thank all of you for being here. And I'll be here again, live streaming. But go and check out today's new video on the solar eclipse, because, you know, I do those videos 20 minutes, short enough for you to watch, and you're going to want to check out that one. Deep divers of planet Earth, you're most definitely appreciated. You know, let's keep raising the frequency, baby. Let's keep raising the frequency all day, every day.
You are now in the mix.
I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. Feels so good to be alive, baby. So happy. It's a choice. So happy to manifest whatever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a choice. Freedom is a must. We have to become the spirit.